Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Bly and TLO on Proxima Station, the latter edition. This is from the group stage of Katowice 2016 WCS. And let's get right on into it. In the top right side of the map, we have the Red Zerg player hailing from Germany and Team Liquid. It is the little one. And in the bottom left side of the map, from Ukraine and Team Expert, it is the Blue Zerg player Bly. Yes, Bly versus TLO. Both amazing Zerg players. And come on, you guys, you know me. This isn't just going to be a Ling-Baneling battle that's over in 35 seconds. No, this will be an excellent ZVZ indeed that you will tell about to your grandkids when they're bouncing on your knee when you're older. Hatch first from both of these players. That is a good sign for it not being a Ling-Baneling all-in off of one base. Although we did have that really amazing game between Dark and Solar, the last ZVZ that I cast a couple weeks ago now. Just, that was great. One player did go a one base all-in. The other player managed to hold it even though they went hatch, and then it was just like non-stop aggression from that point on. It was a good one. It was a really great ZVZ. This one as well, I firmly believe, will be incredible. Extractor first from Bly. He'll get his gas a lot earlier than TLO has. TLO just now starting his extractor, and Bly's income has already begun, which means that his pool is going to be later. So he just decided to swap that around a little bit. Bly will have some earlier tech available, including speed, and including possibly going to an early lair. Whereas TLO is going to be a little bit behind, but should have a bit of a higher drone count as we go through the first couple minutes of this game. So nothing too crazy happening at this point. Both players are Overlord scouting from the bottom left to the top right side of the map, and TLO doing the same thing from the top right to the bottom left. Both checking to see if there's a fast expansion, and both will be very gratified to see there is a fast expansion indeed, because they fast expanded, and you just, you know, you want to feel good and know that your opponent did the same thing in that situation. If you don't see an expansion, you feel bad. You might be asking, Falcon Paladin, why didn't they expand back here where it is safe on Proxima Station? The answer is creep spread, basically. They want their creep spread across the map as fast as it can go, and they can expand to this third base whenever they want. It is safe, but really, is it? Is it safe? You can't wall this off as Zerg against another Zerg, especially since this ramp is so far away from your main base on this particular map. So you just take this when you can. Here we go. Bly going for that third base. TLO's has just started a couple of seconds ago as well. And we have some Ling harassment coming out from TLO. I don't think it'll be able to do much of anything. There's a Queen going to pop out just in the nick of time to shoo away these hooligan Lings that are trying to get in. Probably just going to try to scout, not try to kill anything. But maybe they'll, I don't know. Yeah, the Queen's here. They can't kill anything whatsoever. Queen at the top of the ramp waiting for them. Can it get here? Oh, one does just manage to escape with 4 hit points into the main base of Bly. Sees no second gas, sees no Roach Warren, sees no Baneling nest, and the drone does kill that Ling. I thought the drone was planning on building something, but was waiting until the Ling was dead. But no, he just goes back to work. He was positioning himself to kill it. So both players going for that 3-base Zerg goodness. Yes. Very excited. We could see Lurker, we could see Hydra and Ravagers and Roaches and Broodlords and Corruptors and all sorts of great stuff here in the ZVZ. And watch, it's going to turn into like the longest Ling Bling match of all time. Then I'll be like, oh, maybe I should have watched this before I promised such things. But no, the odds are pretty low. Evolution Chamber here at the front for Bly. Same story for TLO. This wall-off concept, you want to make note of this, Zerg players in ZVZ. You can wall off this map pretty easily. Roach Warren, Evolution Chamber, and hold it with a Queen. And Speedlings have a heck of a time getting through this wall. Bly just spent a ton of money. Well, not a ton of money. He's got 8 Lings. Trying to get in here and do some damage, but look at this wall. Look how much HP there is on this Evolution Chamber. He might get through, but he lost 2 or 3 Queens in the, or 2 or 3 Lings in the process. And is it enough of a trade? Oh, he gets the Evolution Chamber, and he does get inside with 4 Lings. So the problem is, these Lings aren't necessarily here to kill much of anything, especially since 2 of them are injured and 1 of them is already dead. They're just here to scout things out, possibly kill some drones here at the third, but good luck. The expectation is not really there for that kind of damage here inside the main base, and hitting a drone, but the drones are able to fight for themselves against 3 Lings. Oh, they don't even get a drone kill. Not even one. TLO has a drone kill. Not sure when did that happen. Not sure when that happened. But regardless, moving out across the map, Roaches. TLO is not waiting for speed. He is not waiting for +1 attack. Well, he's waiting for +1 attack. It's pretty close to being done. But a Roach attack here. Bly is not bothered walling off all the way because he recognizes that TLO is not going for a million lings himself. And a wall is not as effective against ranged units as these Roaches and Ravagers are. Lair on the way from TLO. Bly's Spire is already on its way. Again, this is a function of going for that early gas. It just makes a ton of sense. TLO kind of sitting in the middle of the map, not being as aggressive as I thought he was going to be. He's just waiting for that +1 to finish. Lings come in from Bly and say, oh, there's a bunch of Roaches in the middle of the map here. Can we kill them? Good positioning by TLO. Putting him in a corner. A surround on a Roach means it's dead. Basically, getting surrounded is terrible with Lings no matter what you are, but putting yourself in a corner against the Lings is much, much more effective. Lings coming in. Oh, there's a Queen holding this wall now, and the Lings decide to back on out. Roaches pushing forward. Now their +1 is done. This timing working pretty darn well for the Liquid One here. And what is here to defend? He's waiting for his mutas is Bly, and there's just nothing here at the front door. The Roaches walk right on in, say, hey, are you waiting for Mutalisks? Okay, some Roaches are now popping for Bly, and a Roach Ling composition against a straight Roach composition is pretty good. Bly is going to be just fine in this situation. He outnumbers the Roaches. The Lings are all dead, but it's enough to chase them away regardless. Glial Reconstitution about done for Bly. He might be able to catch these dudes and kill them before TLO's speed finishes here. Let's take a look at this. Let's watch this. Watch the drama as slow Roaches chase slow Roaches across the map. Dun, 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 dun. Speed is so almost done. There it is. 3, 2, 1. Bink. Bly's Roaches are now fast. But reinforcing Roaches from TLO come over. And they both have the +1 attack here, but no, TLO has more reinforcing units coming. It is the defender's advantage, ladies and gentlemen, and it holds true in ZVZ above all other matchups, I believe. So Bly loses some Roaches for his aggression. Thankfully, there's not any speed on TLO's Lings, and not planning on getting any point either. Mutas are here for Bly, though. He's going to try to kill this Roach group with his Muta group. The Roaches can't go home. They're going to die if they do, so they're going to try to walk right into this natural base and kill everything they can. They're going to kill this Evolution Chamber, walk right on in, maybe try to kill a Queen or two. That seems like a pretty good idea. Yes, going after Queens, going after Roaches, but the extra DPS from the Mutas overhead is starting to add up right now, and the Roaches of TLO are falling. They're trying to kill as many of these drones as they possibly can. That's pretty much all they have left to them in the world is killing drones, and now they're completely gone. And only 2... What? He killed 0 drones in that attack? Never mind, TLO was not killing drones. He was just trying to stay alive, which seems a little bit odd to me. The Muta's chasing all these Roaches of TLO's home. He's trying to get out of here. Help! We can't shoot up. Why can't we shoot up? And the answer is, I don't know, man. Roaches should be able to point their heads upwards and shoot into the sky, but maybe it's just they have the little hoods on their necks, and I don't know. So it's a Roach Muta versus pure Roach here. Bly versus TLO. I really don't like the odds. Oh, Infestors are out for TLO, though. Get the Infestors. Chasing those Infestors down. Bly wants them. Bly wants them so bad. They do toss out some Infested Terrans, but both Infestors do get picked off. Oh, what a pick off. Infested Marines here might get their revenge on these Roaches along the right side, though, and they do, but the Muta count is still super duper high. Well, not super high, but high enough that TLO has to take note here. 2 kills. Everybody has about 2 kills in that group trying to kill this Queen. The Roaches deal with that. Muta's dealing with TLO's Roaches, and Roaches dealing with TLO's other stuff. And Bly has a pretty good composition, but a good counterattack by TLO. He says, I can't really deal with these Mutalisks. I got to force them home somehow. So he is, in fact, going to just send Roaches out. He knows they're likely going to die, but he has to get those Mutas out of his main base immediately. So Roaches are here for TLO. +1/+1 is done. The +1 armor not done for the Roaches of Bly yet. That's what these Mutas are for, as it turns on out. Who's trying to throw down Spore Crawlers up here? I don't know. What are these drones doing for TLO? What the? Was he just running? I don't know if that was a misclick or what, but he's got drones in the middle of the field that looked like they were heading across the map to attack. Oh, they were trying to build Spore Crawlers here. That's what they were doing. Duh. I just saw that. Just saw that. All right, so TLO has Burrow now. That's actually incredibly useful here. He's got that Burrow ability to heal himself up so he can attack again when the blue Roaches come in. Bly decides to back on out. It's okay, I'll take a 4th base. How's that sound? He's got a 4th base at his own gold. He is working on, what else is he working on? Tunneling Claws and Burrow. And +2 missile attack. And a Hydralisk Den on the way from TLO. Here it is, natural base. Does Bly know about that? Bly does not know about that. Not even the tiniest bit. So Queens and Spores and Hydras are going to be the anti-air that TLO is going with. Seems like pretty solid choices all around. And Burrow Roach. Burrow Move Roach coming on in, trying to sneak past something. But guess what? There's an Overseer for Bly, and the Roaches decide maybe we're not going to Burrow Move all the way across the map. Seems like they die faster when they're burrowed. Probably not true, though. Probably not true. It's just they can't fight back is what it is. So fighting here, taking out Ravager Eggs. First of all is Bly. TLO getting right on top of these units, though. The Mutas can't really engage because the Queen count is 5, and they're hitting these Mutas pretty hard right now. So Bly decides to back on out. So the anti-air is effective at this point for TLO. Been making queens for the past couple of minutes now, and now it's definitely making sense. Patronal Claws just now done here for Bly, so he can also burrow and heal up if he wants to. He's protecting his 4th base here at the gold. TLO, again on 3 bases, and not feeling particularly comfortable at taking a 4th base of his own, and just as he does, take a 4th base of his own down this right side. Muta's flying in. They got to be careful to be getting caught by fungals, though. He knows that TLO is working on infestors. Maybe take out that infestation pit. That seems like something you can probably do. Overlord dies. Muta's doing some decent harassment here in the base of TLO, but not incredible amounts by any means. All right, 4th base here by Bly. Just chilling. Got a queen coming up. It is 154 to 176 total supply. Bly has the bigger army, but it's mostly a Roach Ravager. Oh, Burrow Roach trying to come in from TLO, sneaking in and gets moited. 4th base getting attacked by Mutas, but Hydras for TLO waltz right on over with their +2 attack and say, you know what? No. How about you leave our 4th base alone, you big jerk? Mutas say, no. How about you stay here and defend it? And you can't go attack ever because the Mutas might come back and pick it off, and the Hydras are kind of stuck. They're stuck. Not a good place to be. TLO's Grand Carapace level 2 finishing up just now. Grand Carapace level 1 just now finishing up for Bly. So upgrades greatly benefiting our TLO player right now. The Mutas really eat into that, as it turns out. All right, so Infestors and Hydras here from TLO on the 3 bases. Has the 4th base kicked in for Bly yet is the question. And Bly's going to come in and try to kill this thing. Or Bly's going to come in and try to kill this thing. Nope, the Mutas come over to the 4th base and trying to knock down this hatchery. It is down to 600 hit points, which is bad, but can TLO deal with it is the question. He's coming over. He's taking his sweet time. No, he has to deal with the army. No, he has to deal with this. There's the chain fungal. The Mutas, can they get the hatchery before they get chain fungaled to death? No, focus down the hatchery. Can you get it? More chain. 3, 2, 1, and... 58 hit points. Oh, more Mutas came in from Bly. Never mind. We got this thing. We got this hatch. It's dead. All right, so 4th hatch is gone. TLO needs to kill the 4th hatch of Bly or he's in a lot of trouble right now. Roach versus Roach action. Ravager. Bile hitting pretty much nothing there on that first volley. More Corrosive Bile hitting. And there we go. A decent splash on that one. The Mutas coming from the backside for Bly, trying to pick off what they can. Any fungals from the Infestors? The Infestors are getting target fired. The Overseers for both players are still alive here. Ravagers and Roaches picking off reinforcing units for Bly, and TLO has the larger army right now. Bly is forced to retreat. Again, upgrades playing a huge part here. It is +2/+1 for Bly, so it's not too bad compared to the +2/+2 of TLO, but the Hydra DPS helps immensely. 28 Roaches in production for Bly. Oh, where are those 28 Roaches? He needs them now is what he needs. A lot of Hydra here. It's almost too much Hydra for ZVZ. Burrow Roach for Bly, trying to sneak on in here, but there's a Spore Crawler, and it's just not gonna happen. Actually, there isn't a Spore Crawler. How do they? Oh, it is here at the front. Here at the front is where it is. All right, so here comes the TLO trying to march in, but that 28 bunch of Roach just popped. They just popped. They want to say hello, and TLO's forced to retreat. He's trying to replant his 4th base. Are these Roaches still doing stuff? These Roaches are still doing stuff in TLO's main base. This is actually kind of hilarious. Trying to sneak on up into another base. Big old battle here. Fungals being thrown down on Bly's or Roaches, but I don't know how much it matters right now. Suddenly it's 189 to 148 total supply. Just having that one base additional income can help so much in ZVZ. Oh, the Roaches are here at the natural base of TLO. He's forced to retreat all of his drones from that position. Not what he wants to do. These dudes are killing it. 2 kills, 6 kills, 3 kills. This one is a Predator. Roach is coming to knock down this debris and get rid of TLO's 4th base. Bly, you got this thing, Bly? I feel like you kind of got this thing, Bly. At least you're, yeah, I mean, this might spell the death knell for TLO. He can't afford to lose this 4th base, and it's just too much. Force the cancel On the 4th base, TLO sitting on 3 bases, down 186 to 163 total supply. Does have that +2/+2, but +2 Carapace now finishing for Bly as well. The upgrades will be even. Right now. So what's better, right? Just more roaches, or do you want a few hydras and infestors in here? TLO seems to think his composition is better. He's sticking with it. Although he is making more roaches than hydras at the moment. It's just this 4th base income, especially this gold base income with these minerals, is helping Bly immensely. He has a big bank. He's got 2,000 minerals and 400 gas. TLO is struggling to keep anything in the bank right now. 14 minerals and 150 gas. So if it comes down to it and there's a big battle, Bly can afford to remax a little bit more quickly than TLO can. And by a little bit, I mean just a ton more. Corrosive Bile's landing, pretty much being dodged. It's just all these units are fast enough, I think, to handle being hit by or targeted by Corrosive Bile. Some roaches trying to sneak on over here and see, yes, TLO's trying to long distance mine from this 4th base, but these roaches are sneaking in all sneaky like, and then they stop, and then they keep going. And these drones are in a lot of trouble, ladies and gentlemen. 1 roach dies, 2 roach dies. Coming in to try to save it is TLO, but the roaches are already gone. They're already gone, trying to come in this back door of TLO's base, which could be a little bit interesting. All right, what are we looking at? 194 to 190 total supply. So TLO is maxed out, but once again, the remax potential is there for Bly, and it's not there for TLO. Bly is getting 5th base. Here it is, the big-time battle. Corrosive Bile's landing. Good big-time hits there by Bly. TLO just marching forward. He's going to win this battle is the question of the day, probably. But again, Bly has 19 more roaches in production right now. Bly's losing this battle, but I think he's winning the war. 28 roaches on the way for Bly. TLO comes right into this 4th base of Bly with all of his roaches. Spine crawlers are here to defend it. Drones trying to retreat as well. No getting blocked off, but no, the reinforcing roaches coming in. TLO caught in a bit of a tough situation. Drones here to fight as well. The roaches getting rid of this long distance mining stuff by TLO, and that's it. A good game. Good game out of TLO. Oh, good game. 1-1, says Bly. I don't know what the 1-1 would mean, but yep, that's what we're looking at. So fantastic ZVZ there. Bly is your victor against TLO. I mean, it all came down to the fact that TLO could not get a 4th base. Look, he'd mined out his 3rd, or his natural. He'd mined out his 3rd. He'd mined out his main. He just was struggling to get anything done. Income was more than double for Bly. Had a 5th base coming up. Did manage to save his 4th, which is a huge deal. And that's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. We're looking at 22,000 resources lost by Bly compared to 26. Is that 26? 24. 2,400,000 resources lost by TLO. Math is so hard, you guys. 137 roaches lost by TLO. 120 lost by Bly. 7 infestors were killed. That's a lot for TLO to lose there. And a hatch. Bad news bears. Bad news bears for you TLO fans, but Bly fans are very pleased with this outcome. All right. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.